Hey guys, my name is Shil. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to tell you guys about my dream car. But maybe first a little something about myself. So I'm Gilles, I'm 29 years old and I live in Belgium. And I have been a huge car guy for all my life. And I especially like the Nissan Skyline in all its variants. Now, what do I want to tell you guys about my dream car? Well, probably you already guessed it by now, right? Indeed, I bought a Nissan Skyline R32 GTR. Now, I will show you the car in a bit, but let me first tell you what the purpose of this channel will be. So I want to share with you guys my experience of what it is like to own, drive, build, repair a Nissan Skyline GTR as your average guy. And not only the pros, but definitely also the cons. So like problems I encounter, things I learn, searching parts, finding the parts, things that happen, you name it. And if there is anything that I can help you with, or if you guys have questions about, just let me know in the comment section below. Oh, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for further videos. I wanted an R32 GTR for quite some time now. I don't even remember when I first started to look for one. And now, finally, I managed to get my hands on one of them. And I'm so excited to share this with you guys. Now, I don't have a video from the day that I bought the car, but I do have some pictures that I can show you from that day of how the car was looking the moment that I bought her. So here she is, guys. Isn't she a beauty? As you can see, she's still quite stock. And I like that. I like the fact that she's still having the stock wheels and that not so much has been done to it. Except for example that Kakimoto exhaust. And it sounds good. Not too loud, not too quiet, just right. And I just love the gunmetal grey. For me, it's the best color for an R32. The engine, by the way, well, it's also almost completely stock. But more on the engine later on. The interior is also in good condition. Not perfect, but hey, it's a 30-year-old car, so... The day that I bought my Skyline, she was in really good condition. She felt great, she drove great, she sounded great, everything was just perfect. Now, you definitely noticed I said the car was in great condition. Well, the reason for this is, well, now it's looking something like this. When I bought the car, I knew there were a few things that needed some attention. For example, the second turbo was leaking and definitely consuming some oil. After 3 weeks of driving my brand new Skyline, I decided that maybe better to take a look first at those problems and fix them before they got bigger. But like some of you know, the turbos and definitely the second one are not easy to reach. It requires quite some work. So I thought, what do I want to do with the turbos? Do I want to keep the original ones and fix them, or shall I upgrade them while I'm having the chance? Eventually, I decided to get new turbos, and I got myself two Garrett GT 2860R-7 turbos. They are a nice direct fit to the stock RB26 engine, and they are actually good priced as well. I got mine, for example, for €1,600. Okay, these turbos might not be the newest or the best turbos you can get today for the RB26, but they managed to get you around 500 horsepower. And I'm really happy with that, since I just want to keep the car a fun to drive street car. When we were about to take out the turbos, it became clear very fast that there's actually way more going on with this engine than first expected. It's not just leaking of a turbo that is the problem. While we were taking out the oil and catching it in a bucket, which is Of course, one of the first things you want to do when you are starting this kind of work, we noticed that there are actually a lot of iron particles mixed in the oil. So yeah, that of course means serious problems. There's only one solution for that. You need to get out the engine and open it up completely and check which parts have been damaged. Eventually, that's what we did. The engine went out and we checked everything and noticed that the bearings are damaged, the pistons are damaged, also the cylinders are damaged and scratched. So that means that I need to rebuild the engine completely. I quickly searched some pictures of what's going on. Here you can clearly see the damage on the cylinders. So the block will be bored to 86.5. Here an example from one of the damaged bearings. The new ones will definitely be ACL. And the pistons, well yeah, they definitely have seen better days. CP pistons will be the way to go. And since I'm doing this engine rebuild, you might think, well, now at least you have an empty garage where you can store stuff. Well, think again. So the reason that all these parts are here in my garage is because I'm checking them and cleaning where I can. Also, I want to be sure and check which parts can be reused and which parts I will need to replace. For example, the oil cooler here has been damaged for sure because of the iron particles that run through, so that one needs to be replaced. Same with the oil pump, also will need to be replaced. I'm thinking of getting an N1 oil pump for the setup I'm going for. So these are the old turbos, with this one being the first and this the second one. And it's the second one which is leaking oil. I will show you. So in there you can see the oil, it's completely wet. This is the previous clutch. It's a competition clutch. I'm definitely not planning on keeping that. I don't like how it drives, and also it's not strong enough to keep up with the 500 horsepower which I'm aiming for. I can tell you, this engine rebuild, it's taking way more time than I would like. And it's especially the search for information to have the right parts in my engine that is taking so much time. As said earlier, I want to keep the Skyline a street car, nothing too crazy. So I thought like, okay, it's a rebuild with nothing too special, so I should find everything quite easily. No? Well, I can tell you I was completely wrong. It's taking me forever to find all the good parts that I want to use in my build. And the reason for that is simple. There is so much choice, so many options, and there's so much information to find also on the internet, with people saying like, yeah, for that build I'm using that, and I'm using this, and I'm using that. Like for every part that you need, there are several options available. It might depend on material, it might be the brand, of course also price-wise. Also, you need to consider, okay, but if I am using that part, it might have an influence on maybe one of the other parts. So it's a good idea before you just start to order parts that you are 100% sure or that you are actually getting the right part for your build. So that you checked the price and that you also contacted several companies to see what they can provide you and also maybe suggest you for what you are building. The parts that I will use, I won't discuss that now, that might be too detailed for now in this video, but I'm planning to make a different video for that, where I explain you in detail which parts that I chose, what I will use for my rebuild, and why I chose those parts for my build. So if you are interested in that and if you don't want to miss that out, then definitely hit that subscribe button for further videos. So guys, this was my first video about my R32 GTR. If you are excited and curious on how this project will go further, then definitely hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and see you later.